Okay, a further video on Football Manager 2025, specifically the console version. I'm going to keep this quite short if I can. So a little bit of background. I was a PC player of Football Manager. Played it for many years, and to cut a long story short, basically I watch a lot of the content creators myself because I am by no means a perfect player of Football Manager. So the more content you watch, the better player you become. But all of the players that I was watching were all PC players, and I was watching a Twitch save one day, and one of the person who was creating it just happened to, I don't know how it came up, but he just happened to say, anybody with a little bit of a nous about them who can create videos, speak to a camera, etc., should set up a channel doing Football Manager on the console, because there's very few about. And he was right. I had a look, there's very few about. So I started doing it, and initially I was doing tuition videos, which a lot of people found very helpful. A lot of people were coming on, in the comments and saying, it's great that somebody's actually doing this, creating tutorials for any new beginners. And I thought, yeah, okay, I found a little niche here, and away we go. So back to the subject in question, yeah, Football Manager 2025, specifically the console version, and we know it's been delayed till March of next year. Good or bad? Well, so again, like I say, I watch a lot of Football Manager content creators, but they're all PC players. And what I've gleaned, the information that I've gleaned that I can put together for you today, is that the PC players are a little bit worried, if I'm honest, because what they've seen and what they've kind of read between the lines is that basically what Sports Interactive are trying to do is they're trying to make the game look the same, more or less the same, on the PC version and the console version. At the moment, as we know, or you may not know if you're a PC player, but it's very dumbed down on the console, and there's quite a few things that are very specific to the console that are not great. I mean, the staffing is very dumbed down. The PC version, you can hire lots of, as long as your club allows it, lots of scouts, assistant manager, coaches, specific coaches. There's all kinds of things. It's very dumbed down. So one of the things that the PC players are very worried about is that it's the game is going to be dumbed down an awful lot if it's going to make to look the same on the PC and the console. Personally, from playing it on the console, I play it on the PS5. From my perspective, I think maybe that's a good thing, because I think the console version won't be as dumbed down in future. It will. The content and everything will be raised significantly. I feel as though it will do. So the delay, good thing or bad thing? It could work either way. I mean, it could well be that at the end of November, the game was very nearly finished, but they thought, no, we don't want to release. Because, in effect, this is a brand new game. FM24 was the last version of that game. FM25 on the Unity engine. It's a brand spanking new game, all redesigned. Again, PC players are very worried about the fact that we've had certainly no beta. There wouldn't be, would there? But a lot of the screenshots that we've seen, they're not very happy with. They are very console looking, if you will. So if the game was very nearly finished in November and they wanted it to be very polished, then fine. It could well be though that the game being delayed until the end of March, and therein lies another topic of discussion, which I've picked up from watching content creators playing the PC version. It could well be that the game was nowhere near ready. They've bitten off a lot more that they can chew. And I mean, I think without a shadow of a doubt, the consensus of opinion now is that the console version is the way forward for them. I mean, I've even heard a content creator saying that you know, the PC version, or that the PC content creators, they're going to be an afterthought. I've even heard it to that kind of degree, that they're really worried that the PC version people, the PC version players, are going to be a second thought, and it's going to be more designed for the console, which kind of makes sense because console games these days are so brilliantly made. The graphics are amazing, everything about them is superb, and of course that's why they wanted to change to the Unity engine. The end of March release date. Now, I made a little video not that long ago, and my opinion was at that time that they were basically not going to have an FM25. They were going to wait till November of next year and bring out an FM26. Okay, that was a little bit of buffoonery on my part because, as we know, Sports Interactive is a business, and there are other businesses intertwined with it. So if I said to you, if you bought, let's say you bought an off-license business, for instance, and you, on the 1st of April, you closed the business and you closed it for a whole year and then opened it up on the 31st of March, you'd have no income at all. You'd probably go bust. And you've got, that's just a real world example. Sports Interactive cannot have a year where they don't release a game. It's got to come out. I mean, whatever state it's in, 31st of March, it's got to come out because that is the end of the financial year. And that is very, very important. And like I say, watching a lot of content creators coming out with very kind of, informed opinions on all of this, that is a very, very important part. So the financial year, they've got to have a game coming out. It pays their coders' wages, their software developers' wages, anybody who's involved in Football Manager, it pays their wages. If they don't bring a game out, then and obviously the knock on from that is that in November we're probably going to get another game, FM26. Good or bad, I don't know. If FM25 is the perfect game, I don't think it will be. But obviously there are a lot of things that need fixing out of FM24, particularly on the console. I would like to see a lot of changes. The staffing is very dumbed down. There's lots of things that are very dumbed down in the console version, which I would like to see expanded. Obviously it makes it a more complex game, and that's where I come in, because I will be, when the game is released, I will be buying it. I will be going through it with a fine-tooth comb as much as I can, to the limit of my ability. But I will be producing tuition videos on, if you're a first-time player, you pick the game up, you load it in, where do we go? How do we create a manager? How do we create a tactic, a formation? What are the best players to buy? How do we sort our staffing out? How do we sort our medical team out? The transfer system, so scouts, chief scout. I'm hoping all of this is elevated in FM25 console, because that will make the game much more appealing. And of course, we have to also say women's football is coming into FM25. Now, I'm going to say something now that's going to shock you. 50% of the population are females. I think it's a brilliant addition, and with the advent of the England women's football team doing so well, a lot of young females are showing a lot of interest in football. My granddaughter plays football. She's a goalkeeper, don't you know? And so females are coming into the game now, and it's a whole new database, basically, of players who are probably going to be picking the game up for the first time. And again, I will be doing these tuition videos to help everybody and anybody who is playing the game. I will be doing tuition videos when it comes out on March the 31st. So a few little extra bits and pieces from me there, just thoughts and ideas. And like I say, the more content creators you watch, the more that you watch people playing this game, the more it informs your own decisions, gives you ideas how to play the game, and really how to make a video like this. Because like I say, this has been born out of watching a lot of content creators, the PC version players, and they're very, very worried that the game is going to get dumbed down. I think the console version, like I say, will be elevated an awful lot, and the two games will look very, very similar. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping it does, because if the two games are going to look very similar, then the console version is going to be much, much, much better than FM24. Okay, that's enough from me now. Lots of waffling there. I know people don't like the waffling. They like to see, game footage and actual, match engine stuff, which you can see on this channel. I'm in Brazil at the moment. I'm with Sarah, and I'm winning cups galore. I've still got the Brazilian First Division to win, but maybe that will be next season. We've just finished the season, won 2 trophies. We're into next season. Made some signings that I think will be really, really good. Whether they will be, I don't know. If you want to see how that's going, have a look at my videos on Sarah in Brazil. And, subscribe, comment, like, all of that helps the channel. It's a very new channel. We have about 350 subscribers at the moment. In the grand shape of things, not a lot, but it is a very new channel. And to keep this channel running, to keep my interest peaked, I love doing videos. I love speaking in front of the camera. I love all the graphics, thumbnail editing, all of that kind of thing. And to keep my interest going on that, please subscribe, watch, like, comment, and all of that kind of thing. Because FM25, I think, is going to be very exciting. We'll see you very shortly.